here we're going to show you how to make the hinge. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to start a new part file, just the standard part file here. Click create. Um, so for this hinge, basically it's two pieces, but it's the same piece just turned. So it does work out that we only have to make it once. So we're going to start with just kind of the base for it. So I'm going to start on the XZ plane there. So for the base, it's just going to be a basic rectangle. Now, the thing to keep in mind is our pin has a length of 0.5 inches or a half an inch. So we kind of want to make that base that long. The width of it or the height of it is kind of up to you. Make it the regular rectangle. So I'm going to make sure that's 0.5. And I will make this just half of that 0.25. That is really up to you on this one. And then I'm going to extrude that just a little bit because we don't have a big thing. So let's make it just 0.1, actually 0.05. Again, that's also up to you, a decision for you. Pretty much the only thing that was the requirement was that this length here is the 0.5. Now, the next thing is we're going to want our pin is going to go across this way. So we want to make basically a cylindrical or an empty spin cylinder so the pin can go through kind of this way. So we're going to start our sketch over here. Now we're going to make it basically the length of our pin. And I'm actually going to put it over here and move it in a sec. So we want our pin, the diameter was 0.15. So that's how far the pin was going to go. Now, the key thing here is that the center of this needs to be right over this side of it because half of it needs to be on this one and then half of it will share the space with the other side of the hinge on this side. So that's why we kind of put it over that way. We move it. Um, how you kind of design it is up to you. Again, it's free range on that. I like to kind of keep it that edge over there on the actual piece, which we can use some of these constraints for here, if it'll let me. It's not letting me because of my video thing. So I'm just going to line it up here. Okay. So again, we want to make sure that's lined up. All right. Now we're going to make another circle around that because that's the part we're going to actually extrude here. So I'll just make it 0.25. Okay. Um, so that's pretty much the hinge part of it. And then we can finish that sketch. And then all we want to extrude is this one, um, the outer ring. We're going to go back the other way, make sure it's joined. And we want to make this just half of our distance. So it was 0.5 before, so this is going to be 0.25. Okay. And that would be our hinge. Now for our case, I'm going to show you how you can add an actual screw hole for there to connect it to your box. So we can start our sketch here. Um, and on this case, we're going to put it basically at the quarter part here and the quarter part here. So let me get half. We're going to bring it here. And then we want a screw hole kind of in the middle. So if you line that line up, and then get another line to get halfway. And we can put it, just line it up there. So that'll give us that part, which will give us an end to snap our whole thing. And then we're going to do the same thing, which we can now just mirror it. So we're going to put that line and then click the mirror line, click on that one and apply. That'll flip it on that side. Now we can finish the sketch and we can use the whole command. those were big. Um, we do want this to be a countersink. Um, we're going to make this these screw dimensions, which is point, oops. So we're going to put in our dimensions on this top one. We're going to make that the 0.08. And then the bottom one here, we're going to make the 0.05. And it looks like we're good because it goes all the way through already. So that's not really a big deal. All right. And we can click OK. And we have our hinge. So we are going to save